I've interviewed over 100 millionaires on this show. Every single network millionaire I talked to had to leave somebody behind. I had a lot of millionaires say that they even had to dial back time with family members, not cut them off, not talk to them, but dial back the kind of conversations they were having with mom, with dad, with cousins, because the mindset wasn't the same. Most people are surrounded by, respectfully saying this, broke mindsets. And we wonder, why do we struggle in life? Average people spend money on things that depreciate. They see education and skills as an expense, not as an investment. And those top 3 habits that you have to put in place today is curate the right circle, automate your money, and family, I just want to pause for a quick second. And I want to personally say thank you. Seriously, and I mean this. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening, and thank you for being a part of this journey. You know, recently we crossed over 1 million subscribers, and that's not just a number to me. You know, when I really think about that, that's 1 million lives. That's 1 million families. That's 1 million stories, and millions, and I mean this, millions of people who are choosing to break free from debt and build real wealth for their children, for their families, for their communities. If you've gotten even a little bit of value from this channel, if you've learned something, felt encouraged, or just felt seen, one of the greatest things you can do is hit that subscribe button. It's not just for me and my team, but it's also for you. You see, because when you subscribe, you're joining a community of millions who are getting out of the red and into the black and building a legacy that lasts. So if you're ready to keep growing, to keep learning, and to keep winning with your money, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and join this amazing family. I'm grateful for you. I want to say that one more time. I am grateful for you. And honestly, I can't wait to see what we build together in our community. All right, today's show is going to be special. I worked hard on this one, so let's get to it. I've interviewed over 100 millionaires on this show. These are real people. These are real mothers, real fathers, not trust fund babies, not lottery winners. And after all these conversations, I started to notice something. These millionaires do 3 specific things that I believe the average person does not do. And here is the crazy part. None of these require you to make 6 figures or make a lot of money or even have a fancy 4-year bachelor's degree. But the truth of the fact is, if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, if you want to build real wealth, not just for your children's children, but what about for your community? What about for your spouse? What about for your family? What about just so you can have freedom yourself? Today's show is going to be specifically for you. And I really want to spend some time to break this stuff down. You see, over the past few years, I've sat across from self-made millionaires, from entrepreneurs, from investors, and everyday people who are doing extraordinary things, who've built some serious wealth. And I intentionally went back through my catalog of shows, went back through every single conversation, and I found some patterns. And these aren't the habits you hear on TikTok, that you hear on Instagram. These are the real ones. That even when I went back and watched, I was like, yo, Anthony, you need to honestly maybe start doing a little bit more of this. And I really want to break down what are these habits that are important to building true, long-lasting wealth. And let's get straight into it. Here's habit number 1. Curate your circle. You see, you and we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time around. I want that to sit there. You've heard this before. You see, most people are surrounded by average mindsets. Most people are surrounded by, respectfully saying this, broke mindsets. And we wonder, why do we struggle in life? You see, friends who mock people for saving, family members who says money isn't everything, co-workers who complain instead of create a solution. Your environment, our environment determines our income. And this is important for us to understand, because millionaires, net worth millionaires, are intentional with curating their circle. They are intentional about curating the people who are around them. You see, they're joining quality masterminds. They're going and they're networking with different groups of people. They're joining investment clubs, book clubs. And what we have to do is cut off or limit time with people who drain their energy. You have to. And I said limit, because I don't want to sound like, oh man, just because you're not on my level or ahead of me, I can't spend time with you. But you do have to make sure that you're not spending as much time with people who cannot help you get to where you want to go. And another thing that I've noticed with these millionaires is that they seek mentors who are about 5 to 10 years ahead. They don't wait for permission. They find room and they get it in. They get it in. And here's the hard truth. Every single network millionaire I talked to had to leave somebody behind. Had to. Not because they're mean, but because growth requires a different kind of conversation. You can't become a millionaire hanging around people who think being average is okay. You can't be around people who say, as long as I got a roof over my head and clothes on my back and food on my table, I am okay. You can't do it. One of our guests, one of our community members, told me he stopped going to Friday happy hours with coworkers. Instead, he joined a real estate meetup group. Within a matter of 6 months, he had his first deal. His coworkers are still complaining about their jobs and still going to happy hour. And I'll be real with you, family. I had to change my circle too. Some folks do not understand it. They don't get it. But I wasn't building for their approval. I was building for my freedom. I was building so that my kids can have freedom. I was building so I can give my wife and my family the best life that I could possibly give them. Check this out, family. Did you know that nearly 4 in 10 Americans still have zero money invested in the stock market? That's a gap where wealth is built or missed. If you're just saving, you're falling behind, because the markets average close to about a 10% a year for a century, while your savings account is barely keeping up with inflation. I want to make this plain. If you wait just 5 years to start investing, you could lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars in future wealth. That's not hype, that's real math. The wealthiest 10% of Americans now own over 90% of all stocks because they started and they stayed consistent. But here's the thing, you don't need to be rich to honestly get inside of the investing game. With platforms like SoFi Invest, Public, and Moomoo, you can open an account today, start with as little as $1, literally, and buy fractional shares of the same assets that have built generational wealth for millions. No commissions, 100% no excuses on your end. Listen, I need you to hear me clearly. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Go to anthonyoneal.com/invest right now to compare the top investing platforms and open your first investing account today. Your future self and your children's children will thank you for taking action right now. We have to start building wealth, not just watching others get rich. Do not let another year go by. As a matter of fact, don't let another day go by. Take the first step, family. Visit anthonyoneal.com/invest. Let's get to work. Let's start investing ASAP. Let's get back to the show. So here's some action steps up underneath this first habit. Find one person this month who's where you want to be. Take them to coffee. Take them to get some drinks if you drink. and ask questions and learn. Now, listen, if you're already in a mastermind or a group that is specifically helping you out, I don't want you to do me a favor. I want you to shout them out in the comment section because I want people to see other groups that they could possibly join that could benefit them. All right. Now, I want to ask you this question as well. Who's someone in your life that challenges you to grow? Who is someone in life that stretches you, that doesn't allow you to stay comfortable? I want you to tag them as well. Drop their initials below. You ain't got to put a full name if you don't want, but drop their initials below. Now that's habit number one, right? Surrounding yourself with individuals, with people who challenge you to grow. But even when the right circle, even with specifically the right circle, you need a system to make your money work for you. Which leads me to habit number two. You have to automate your money. Have to. Got to automate your money. You see, most people try to manage their money manually. They try to save what's left over, but but there's never anything left. You see, willpower fails when you have to make the decision every single time. That's why so many folks stay stuck, and even when their income goes up, they're still stuck. You see, one of the things that I've learned about millionaires, and I do this myself, is millionaires, net worth millionaires specifically, pay themselves first after they pay God. And they do it automatically. They set up automatic transfers the day after payday. 20% goes into investments. This is going to be 401ks and Roth IRAs and brokerage accounts. 10% could go into savings, like an emergency fund, or if you're saving for a trip. Then 5 to 10% to wealth building accounts, real estate fund, and business fund. They never see the money, so they never miss it because automatically it's being deposited into those specific accounts. I remember interviewing a woman who became a net worth millionaire in her 40s. She told me, "Ayo, I became a net worth millionaire the day I stopped trusting myself with my money. I automated everything." She didn't have a six-figure job, y'all. I think right around that time, she was making close to like $80,000 a year. She just set up a system and let it run. And I'm gonna be real with you, all right? When I started automating my own savings and investments, that's when, honestly, my net worth started to climb. Not when I got a raise, not when I paid myself a raise, not when I got a new stream of income. No, my net worth started shooting up when Anthony O'Neill got disciplined, when Anthony O'Neill got intentional about automating his finances. Here's what I need you to do this week is set up one automatic transfer. Even if it's just $50, $100, whatever you can do, the amount honestly doesn't matter. What I'm trying to get us to do is to build the right habit. Go to your bank, set up automatic transfer to your savings or investment account. If you already do this, do me a favor and drop done in the comment section. Because if you're not doing it, I want to ask you this question and let me know in the comment section because maybe I can do a video to help you out. But what's stopping you right now? What's stopping you from automatically depositing money into your brokerage account? What's stopping you from automatically transferring money into your SoFi high yield savings account? What's stopping you from automatically paying your tithes? What's stopping you? Because net worth millionaires are not stopping. They're not taking the time to manually do things and to possibly forget about it. What's stopping you? Put it in the comment section because that's habit number two. Automate your money so you intentionally can't fail. But there's one more habit that I believe is a real game changer. And every single millionaire that I saw does this one. They invest into themselves relentlessly. Relentlessly. You see, I'm going to say this respectfully, and hopefully you hear my heart on this one. Average people spend money on things that depreciate. Average people spend money on things that fulfill their flesh. Crop, cars, clothes, bags, purses, jewelry, eating out. They see education and skills as an expense, not as an investment. They stop learning after college, or for a lot of us, high school. I'll speak for myself as a net worth millionaire. I spend about 10 to 20% of my income on growth. I spend about 25% of my time on learning. As you all know, I'm back in school at Regent University. And I used to say that getting this doctorate is not going to make me any more money. And my mentor said that's wrong, because this degree is going to help you smarter and wiser. And the more knowledge you have, the more people are going to trust you. And the more people you gain to trust you, the more money you're going to make. And while that wasn't deep, I was like, you're absolutely right. You see, I invest into school. I invest into books, into courses, into coaching, into conferences. I invest into skills that increase my earning power. I invest into my health. Last year alone, y'all, I spent thousands of dollars. Instead of for going on a cruise, I said, you know what? I'm going to take the money that I would use to go please my flesh, and I'm going to put that into my body. I said it. I went and upgraded the equipment in my gym. I went and hired me a nutritionist. I went and hired me a chef to help me eat healthier, because I was weighing too much and I was having, heart, chest pains and acid reflux and gas. And I was like, yo, I got to get healthier. I can go on a cruise and I can go travel over here anytime. But boy, you better get right, because what is the point of having all this wealth and you're not healthy, spiritually, mentally, and practically? So I invested into my mental health. I invested into my spiritual walk. I invested into my education. Every millionaire I talk to reads about 1 to 2 books a month. One and 2 books a month. As a matter of fact, I believe that some of you all should be going back to school. I'll be honest with you. I'm over at Regent University right now. One thing I've done is I partnered with Regent to give away $10,000 in scholarships. As a matter of fact, check out this commercial about Regent. If you ever thought about going back to school, but life, money, or fear got in the way, this is your moment. I've partnered with Regent University, a top Christian university, to give away real scholarship money, including, watch this, a shot at a $10,000 in the Black scholarship and a $500 scholarship just for signing up. But listen, this isn't just about a degree. It's about changing your whole financial future. Because here's the truth. Research does show that finishing your degree can add over $1 million to your lifetime earnings. I'm gonna say that one more time. $1 million to your lifetime earnings. That's not hype, that is 100% fact. And every year you wait is money left on the table. Money that could be building generational wealth for children's children. And it's not just about the paycheck. People with degrees have more job security, more career options, and more leverage to move up or switch fields when they want, not just when they have to. And let's just be honest. If we continue learning, we continue evolving, and we continue to take care of our #1 business, which is our mind. Listen, in today's world, employers are looking for people with specialized skills and the confidence to lead. College grads are less likely to be unemployed, and they're more likely to get promoted, negotiate higher salaries, and build powerful powerful networks that open doors for years to come. Regent University gets it. They offer flexible, faith-based programs designed for your real life so you can balance work, family, your business, and your calling. And you'll be surrounded by a community that cares about your purpose, not just your GPA. So don't let another year go by leaving money and purpose on the table. I want you to visit regent.edu/Anthony right now. Come join me. I'm in my DBA program, getting my doctorate there. Again, that is regent.edu/Anthony, and take your seat at the table with me at Regent University. Let's build something bigger together. Your future self, I promise you, is going to thank you. All right, let's get to the show. Listen, I don't believe college is for everybody, but I do believe that some of you all have the conviction. And why not go back to school with a Christian foundation, get the degree that you want so you can be the best in your career? Listen, we're going to drop Regent's information inside the show notes, and I would love to see you at Regent in class with me. Because every net worth millionaire who I know, if they're not pursuing a degree, they're pursuing education some way, some form or fashion. I want to tell you about one of our community members who is inside in the black. She is a teacher, specifically a school teacher, making about $40,000 a year. She spent $2,000 on a real estate course. Seemed crazy to her at the time because that technically brings her down to $38,000 for the year. That course led her to her first rental property, then her second. Now she owns 15 properties and makes $200,000 a year in passive income. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't chill around her friends who may be school teachers and wait for them to approve it. She invested into herself. She went to work 9 to 5, came home, invested into her, took the course. And now look at the money that she's making. You see, average people say, I can't afford this right now. Average people say, I can't afford to go back to school. I can't afford to go online. I can't afford to come home and do this. Net worth millionaires say, I can't afford not to go back to school. I can't afford not to learn this new skill. Here's the very first action step I need you to take. I need you to buy one book this month on a skill that could increase your income. Read it and apply it. If you're already investing in yourself, do me a favor. Share your favorite resource in the comment section, whether it's a book, whether that's a school, whether that's a course, whether that's a tech program. I don't care. Comment it in the section. Put it in the comments. I gotta speak better. All right. I really want us to really focus on these 3 habits, because I truly do believe that if we can gather these 3 things, it could be amazing. It could be amazing. Because here's what I realized about millionaires. Here's the truth. Net worth millionaires are not smarter than you. They're not luckier. They just have different habits, specifically daily habits. Because those daily habits turn into monthly goals. Those monthly goals turn into quarterly goals. Those quarterly goals turn into year goals. But we can't reach our long-term goal if we don't build daily habits that gets us there. And those top 3 habits that you have to put in place today is curate the right circle, automate your money, and invest into yourself. You do those 3 habits, you are going to change your life. As a matter of fact, I want you to pick one. Pick one of these habits and implement it this week. Comment below. Comment below in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube, which one are you going to start with? All right. Which one are you going to start with? And if you want me to break down exactly how to automate your finances, let me know inside the comment section. And that might be one of the next shows that I do. Like, how do you seriously automate your investments? How do you automate it in your SoFi high yield savings account? How do you automate it in your SoFi invest or your public invest? Let me know if y'all really want me to have that conversation. And if this helps you, y'all listen, can you share this with somebody? And don't forget, like I said at the beginning of the show, subscribe if you haven't subscribed just yet. All right. We are a growing community who's doing some amazing, amazing, amazing things. And I'm really, really excited about that. I literally was reading, not reading, but I was literally just watching old shows and see what do I want to update and what I want to come back to do. And I just got lost in, well, I've interviewed a lot of net worth millionaires. And while I was listening to those shows, I remember taking out my notepad. I don't have it in here, it's in the green room. I remember writing down, wow, all of them care about the people around them. And I'll say this as we end today's episode. I had a lot of millionaires say that they even had to dial back time with family members, not cut them off, not talk to them, but dial back the kind of conversations they were having with mom, with dad, with cousins, because the mindset wasn't the same. And that hit me because as much as I love my family, I don't know what I could do if I could do life without them. And I literally sat back and I said, do I need to just change the conversation a little bit? Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't share some of my dreams and some of the goals that I have because they just don't know. I don't know. I'm still working on that. But when I heard them say, like, yeah, man, I don't talk to my mom or my dad or my grandma or my grandpa about certain things because they just won't get it. Because their generation, it just didn't make sense. And I don't want their truth to become my truth. That hit hard. That hit me hard. We all got habits that we can do better, that we need to incorporate. All of us, including myself. Let's start that this week. All right? It's your boy Anthony ONEAL. I'll see you on the next show. Peace out.